I don't have any pictures of me as a kid. In fact, I tried real hard to stay away from cameras most of my life, because I was embarrassed and ashamed of how fat I was. When I was in 3rd grade, my parents put me on a starvation diet. I got 6 crackers for dinner every night, while the rest of my family ordered pizza and taunted me. So it's safe to say I have some body image issues. There's a very real prejudice about fat people. The prejudice is that all fat people are lazy, ignorant, that we just don't know any better, that we don't know you're supposed to eat healthy, or that we have poor self-control, or that we don't know how to exercise. Now, everybody should look at the people in their lives and ask themselves, how many of my friends are really, really fat? There aren't a lot, are there? Being fat cost me friends, cost me relationships, cost me money, cost me business opportunities, cost me jobs. I've been fired for being fat. I've been refused a position for being fat. I've been passed over promotions for being fat. I've been kicked out of teams, kicked off of clubs. When I first started this project, I was a little over 400 pounds. I fell in with a pretty cool seeming crowd where just about everybody was fat. We were all concerned with being okay with it and just accepting ourselves and each other. When I started losing weight, they were real supportive at first. That was part of the social contract of our group. Support each other when we start a diet, with an assumption that we'll also be there for them when, not if, they fail. When I didn't fail and kept going instead, people stopped talking to me. My friends tried to push me to stop exercising, citing an interest in my health. They baited me with food every time we went out, pushing me to eat things like cheese fries. When I approached the 100-pound mark, when I really neared the first big goal, things got ugly. My friends started saying horrible things to me, like that I wasn't the same person they knew anymore, or even worse, accusing me of attacking them and their lifestyle, ostensibly by going to unhealthy extremes. When they abandoned me, it happened en masse. I found out later that my illness, as they called it, had been a popular discussion topic on Facebook and other social media. Having spent my entire life alienated from the mainstream of society because of my weight and my size and my girth and people's perceptions of me, I found it strange and very disheartening to be instantly alienated from the people who I thought accepted me for who I was, just because my weight had dropped below a certain point, because I was no longer so obese that I fit the mold. People's reactions have changed in more than just a negative way. Nobody believes at all that I'm the guy on my driver's license or my student ID. Without changing the way I act or approach the social arena, I have been accepted into new social groups based solely on the change in my weight. My friends are now much fitter and more attractive than the group of friends I had previously, and this is not because I've changed as a person or that I've become more picky, but because most people are only willing to accept as friends those people who meet their minimum standards. I've swapped one social group for another, and then another, yet I'm still between worlds socially. I'm getting very close to the point where I will fit into the stereotypical jock crowd. By my estimates, this will occur after I drop another 30 pounds or so, taking place roughly around this summer. While there's been a change in how people react to me for the better, it has been a complete surprise just how differently people insult me now. They used to call me fat ass, tubby, fatso, man boobs, tons of fun, things like that. And you can't imagine my surprise when people started calling me meathead, roid monkey, ape, gym rat, and other insults usually reserved for athletic guys. For me, the shift in insults was one of my greatest victories in life. I imagine that when I get below 15% body fat, people are going to start calling me vain, metrosexual, self-obsessed pretty boy, things like that. I mean, it may sound strange, but I'm looking forward to that brand of insult, because it will mean that I've succeeded in surpassing what I thought was the limit of my social potential. I'm interested to see if the pretty crowd, which was always the cruelest and most heartless towards me, appears kinder when I reach a certain fitness level. Until then, I remain a meathead, a jock, a muscle-bound fool of a gym rat, and I couldn't be happier.